Hey gang, I'm Brian Martin here at Chrome Shop Mafia in Joplin, Missouri, where we build America's favorite custom truck.
Reality TV didn't always feel like a personal insult. There was a time when a man could cry on national television because his truck got a built-in fireplace, and this was considered entertainment. Welcome to the bizarre diesel-fueled fever dream that was Trick My Truck, a show that dared to ask, what if Pimp My Ride went to a county fair, had a beer with a cowboy, and decided to live its truth as a chrome-covered midlife crisis on wheels? Airing from 2006 to 2009 on CMT, yes, that's CMT, Trick My Truck was peak 2000s TV.
My truck is my life, and my life's about to change.
The concept? Take a beat-up semi-truck from a deserving driver, hijack it in the middle of the night with zero regard for personal boundaries, and then transform it into a monstrosity of neon lights, flat screens, and enough American flags to start a small militia. The results were ridiculous, unnecessary, and, let's be honest, kinda beautiful. It was the kind of show where emotionally repressed truckers cried on camera because their new rig had a built-in BBQ grill. And we, the audience, ate it up, literally. There was an actual grill in one of the trucks. It was dumb, it was glorious, it was reality TV before we got too self-aware to enjoy it. But like all good things born of cultural whiplash and cable TV desperation,
these mechanics will change a trucker's life by tricking out his rig.
It couldn't last. Because behind the fireworks, the fire decals, and the faux emotional monologues, something smelled like burned rubber and scripted sentimentality. And oh boy, it only got worse from here. Every empire has its beginning. Rome had Romulus and Remus. Microsoft had Bill Gates in a garage. And Trick My Truck? It had the Chrome Shop Mafia, a group of Missouri-based truck customizers who looked like they'd just walked off the set of a Lynyrd Skynyrd tribute band. The show premiered in February 2006 on country music television.
I'm Brian Martin here at the Chrome Shop Mafia. I want to take just a minute or two and tell you a little bit about our old rat rod truck here.
Also known as the channel you accidentally landed on while looking for reruns of Cops. But Trick My Truck was more than just a filler between country music award shows and reruns of Reba. It was a cultural moment. Born in the shadow of MTV's Pimp My Ride, Trick My Truck took the bling-bling, exhibit-flavored chaos of car makeovers and applied it to 18-wheelers, big rigs, diesel giants.
Car show circuit, and we thought, hey, if they can do it in the car circuit, we can darn sure do it with the big rigs.
Trucks that screamed blue-collar masculinity louder than a Kid Rock concert at a monster truck rally. Instead of rappers and teenagers with busted Civics, this show catered to America's long-haul heroes, the truckers. Men and the occasional woman who'd spent decades on the road, fueled by coffee, classic rock, and back pain.
All this open. Long quarter fenders, rear light bar, and that about does it for the outside.
They weren't looking for clout. They just wanted to be seen. And Trick My Truck gave them that stage, complete with chrome flames and personalized airbrushed murals. The format was simple. A friend or family member would nominate a trucker who'd fallen on hard times. The Chrome Shop Mafia would then steal their truck, yes, literally drive off with it, and transform it into something so over the top.
Down for the floorboard, took old license plates out of the salvage yard, built us an overhead console.
It made Optimus Prime look underdressed. There were queen-size beds, built-in fireplaces, 72-inch TVs, theme interiors ranging from ice palace to mobile hunting lodge. If you've ever wanted to see a truck that looked like a Bass Pro Shop exploded inside it, this was your show.
Multi-striped sheets on the bed, old zebra skin pillowcase. Our speakers for the back are just hanging out there in midair.
And people loved it. By 2007, Trick My Truck was one of CMT's most watched shows. The crew became minor celebrities. The custom jobs were outrageous. And for a brief, beautiful window, America looked at its truckers and said, you deserve a disco ball-themed semi with a hot tub in the back. It was heartwarming, it was insane, and it worked, until it didn't. At first, Trick My Truck was all smiles, chrome, and carefully timed emotional beats. But like every reality show built on big reactions and suspiciously perfect camera angles,
for a rat rod, way more personality here than if I'd had a $1,000 brand new chrome bumper on it.
The cracks didn't just appear, they spread fast. And honestly, they showed up quicker than a semi hitting a pothole at full speed. The first red flag was baked right into the format. The surprise truck thefts. You remember how it went. A loyal wife, a concerned friend, a heartfelt backstory about hard times and harder miles.
Out here, Rob.
Yeah, we're busy. This better be good. Well, you guys consider yourself truck experts, right? Wait. What if
Then, miraculously, the Chrome Shop Mafia would stumble upon a truck sitting unattended in a parking lot, a scrapyard, or once, incredibly, a random field. They'd shout, "Whose truck is this?" with the conviction of a regional car dealership commercial. And moments later, the rig was gone, towed away in the name of emotional television. The problem?
They're part of a Smart Way upgrade kit put together by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. It's got all sorts of stuff.
None of it felt real. Not even in a suspend your disbelief way. It felt staged in the way everyone could see through. Even Pop Matters called it out in 2006, describing the show as practically scripted, with performances that felt closer to a bad B-movie audition than authentic human surprise. Because nothing screams realism like a grown man calmly accepting that his $150,000 livelihood has been handed over to a camera crew.
Fuel cost, and at the same time reduce harmful emissions. It's a smart way to go for all drivers.
But maybe, just maybe, the transformations could save it. They didn't. At first, the upgrades were absurd in a fun way. Clever storage, custom interiors, practical comforts for life on the road. But slowly, the show crossed an invisible line, from indulgent fantasy into mechanical parody. Flat-screen TVS gave way to full entertainment systems. Then came fireplaces, then jacuzzis, then themed interiors so aggressive they felt less like work vehicles and more like a Vegas hotel room on wheels.
Get out of the way. Let the truck experts handle this one. Hey, CB, pull that thing in the shop.
One truck featured a full Western saloon aesthetic, swinging doors, decor, even a miniature Old West diorama stuffed inside the cab. It didn't scream long-haul professional. It screamed someone lost a bet at a design meeting, and truckers noticed. Online forums started filling with complaints. Drivers pointed out that many of the builds sacrificed storage, weight limits, and basic functionality. One owner reportedly had to remove most of the flashy additions just to make room for actual cargo. Others quietly sold their trucks after filming, because chrome flames don't pay bills. Suddenly, the premise cracked wide open. Were these makeovers gifts, or were they temporary props? Emotional bait wrapped around an asset flip?
Rod, CB, and I are going to install some fairings, single wide tires, an APU, and a PM filter. Should be able to knock it out pretty quick.
And then came the real turning point. In 2008, season 4 arrived, and the Chrome Shop Mafia was gone. No send-off, no explanation, just replaced. CMT moved production from Missouri to South Carolina and brought in Kelvin and April Locklear of Outcast Customs. Talented builders, competent on camera, but they weren't the Mafia. They lacked the chaotic, beer-soaked charisma that made the original crew watchable. The show felt cleaner, safer, sanitized, and viewers felt it immediately. Ratings dipped, the builds blurred together, the emotional beats became interchangeable. Every backstory started sounding the same. Meet a guy who's endured hardship, insert minor act of kindness, reward with a touchscreen jukebox and forced tears. By season 5, Trick My Truck wasn't evolving, it was looping. And then, in a moment of pure cable TV desperation,
Truckers burn a lot of fuel on their island not running down the road. This thing here will save you up to 1,500 gallons a year. That's about $4,500.
CMT tried to stretch the brand even further with Trick My Trucker. Instead of upgrading trucks, the spinoff focused on upgrading the truckers themselves. Haircuts, diets, lifestyle makeovers, hosted by Bob Guiney from The Bachelor, because obviously that's who America wanted guiding blue-collar men towards self-actualization. It bombed, because even truckers have limits. By 2009, Trick My Truck didn't crash, it quietly stalled. No finale worth remembering, no emotional goodbye. Just a final episode aired in April and then nothing. The show that once celebrated truck culture had turned into a polished parody of itself. Overproduced, overdesigned, and emotionally hollow. Years later, even the people involved admitted it. Kelvin Locklear would go on to say future projects needed to focus on functional, real-world builds, which is reality TV speak for, yeah, we knew this was ridiculous. And when the people running the circus start admitting the clowns got out of hand, you know the show's over. Let's fast forward. It's the 2020s. We live in a world of deepfakes, TikTok therapy, and AI-generated girlfriends. And somehow, Trick My Truck feels more fake than all of that combined. Because if there's one thing that doesn't age well, it's scripted surprise and emotionally manipulative piano music pretending to be real life.
I'm out and done. Let the fuel savings begin.
Today, watching an episode of Trick My Truck is like finding your old MySpace profile. At first it's nostalgia, then it's horror, And finally, it's shame. The emotional beats, predictable. The edits, obvious. The format, unchanged from episode 1 to episode 59, every single time. Sad story to stolen truck to neon makeover to forced tears to freeze frame with banjo music. By season 5, it was less feel-good transformation and more reality show Mad Libs. The only thing that changed were the flames on the side of the truck, and even those started to look copy-pasted.
Resistance, and they weigh less too. With these on your tractor and trailer, you save up to 700 gallons a year of fuel.
What once felt fresh had become painfully formulaic, and the show never adapted. No audience interaction, no social media engagement, no innovation. Meanwhile, YouTube creators were doing truck builds with more authenticity, better storytelling, and crucially, actual consent from the truck owner. And in case you thought Trick My Truck aged like fine wine, Common Sense Media revisited the show in 2022 and said the jokes were flat, the acting was weak, and the format felt dated. Oof. But the best part? The internet turned Trick My Truck into a meme before memes were even mainstream. On Reddit, users mockingly debate whether Trick My Truck was better than Pimp My Ride, with hot takes like, at least the trucks actually ran afterward. Others joke that the show was just Extreme Makeover, Home Edition, but for men who sleep with a 12-volt heating blanket and a shotgun under their pillow. There are even Facebook groups where old fans share truck photos with hashtags like #MidnightTruckin' and #TrickMyTruck, while boomers comment,
Well, we just got our fairings on, our generators on, our super singles are on. Now we're just gonna go see what little Robbie's doing.
they don't make shows like this anymore. And they're right, because we don't fall for shows like this anymore. Modern audiences want transparency, or at least the illusion of it. We want behind the scenes. We want real stakes. We want to believe that the people on camera aren't reading cue cards while pretending to cry over a truck that now has a jacuzzi in it. Trick My Truck, it gave us spectacle, but it forgot the one thing reality TV can't fake: sincerity. In the end, Trick My Truck wasn't a disaster. It was something more interesting than that. It was a fantasy that burned too bright. For a brief moment, it worked. It gave America's long-haul drivers something they almost never got: attention. Not mockery, not blame, actual applause. Working vehicles became rolling dream sequences, mobile man caves, bachelor pads on diesel, and for a while people loved it. But fantasy has a shelf life because no amount of LED lighting can make scripted emotion feel real forever.
This truck more aerodynamic. So we're gonna install a set of side fairings to help reduce this truck's drag.
Pretty much all these new trucks after this.
No number of flat screens can turn surprise into sincerity, and no jacuzzi, absolutely no jacuzzi, can replace trust. And here's the part the show never quite understood. For some of these drivers, this wasn't a joke. It was their livelihood. A show built around trucks, symbols of labor, grit, and reality, slowly became one of the most artificial things on television. It mistook spectacle for substance, emotion for sincerity, and volume for meaning. So no, Trick My Truck can't be saved, and it doesn't need to be. Let it live where it belongs, in memory. A perfectly unhinged relic from a time when reality TV didn't know how fake it was yet, and we didn't care enough to question it. Because the next time someone yells, "Let's tear it down," make sure they're not about to replace your job with a fireplace, a hot tub, and a carefully timed piano cue.
7. If you'd done your homework, you'd know that all trucks built in 07 have a particulate matter filter already built in.
Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which Trick My Truck makeover actually moved you, and which one should have been classified as a workplace hazard.